Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my kit videos. This is going to be the unboxing video for my new Core Essentials EDC belt. Now, this isn't a battle belt as such, in that it's not one of these, kind of mole belts. That will probably come soon. But what it is it's kind of a hybrid between the standard workwear belt that I use, which has absolutely nothing in it at all. It's just flopping all over the place, and my full-blown FRV tailoring belt, which is 2 inches in depth and is quite rigid. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the core belt here. We're going to do a bit of an unboxing. I'm going to show you how you put it together, and then in a subsequent video, we're going to look at all the amazing features which this thing will offer you. So let's get this thing open. This is how the package arrived with me. Now, I will absolutely straight out say from the start, I have opened this already, and I have cut a bit off it, which we will go over very shortly. So, in my box, in my package from Core, we have the actual belt itself. Now, this is just a plain black kind of nylon webbing belt. Now, as you can see through the middle of this belt, it has some good stuff in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a link down here so that you can see the actual belt and all the amazing good functions of it, which I'm probably going to miss most of them right now, but it does have kind of an inner core which stops it from kind of flopping about like this. If I hold this, it just drops, whereas this is, perfect. Look at that, so rigid. So it's got that going for it. It's very, very rigid. Now, why is this pasty ass English guy reviewing a gun belt from the US? Well, actually, they asked me to, and I kind of advised them, and I said, look, guys, I'm probably not the right guy for this, because I only really do Airsoft kit, and Airsoft's not real steel. And they said, no, that's cool, Airsofters buy them anyway. So here we go, let's go head first at it. So I'm really excited to do this, because in my day-to-day job, I'm a network engineer, so I am here, there, everywhere, crawling through lots of dust and lots of crevices and attics and lots of cool places to climb into, so this is going to get a bit of a pasting as well. So, in my box of goodies, we have the belt itself. This thing is measured and cut to length. I had some shears available to me this weekend. Basically, the way that you measure these things is you measure around your waist, and then you get that measurement, then you add 6 inches. Cut it with something nice and clean, and then what I've done with mine is, after I've cut it, I've just used a lighter, just singed the ends just to seal them off. So, as well as that, I've got the actual belt buckle. Now, I believe this is the X6. So that is a handsome buckle. Look at that bad boy. That is absolutely stunning. Now, what you will notice from the back of this, we have this nice spiky bit. There are 2 screws which screw down into the belt as well. And then we have this, the kind of the loosening mechanism. Now, on a belt very much like this, you have this kind of brass bar in the middle, brass, steel, whatever it is, this metal bar in the middle, which sits against the belt and stops it from rubbing backwards and forwards. To loosen it, you just kind of pull it like that, and the bar drops forward, and you can get kind of any size you want, which is great, but it flexes like you wouldn't believe. Whereas with something like this, you clip it together and it's done. Yes, you can tighten it, but it's a pain in the ass because of all the Velcro. What makes this belt super, super special, as you can see here, is this kind of latchy mechanism thing. Now, why is there a latchy mechanism thing? I'm going to show you what the latchy mechanism thing does. It is a micro adjustment belt. So this has a notch every 1/4 of an inch. So as the belt goes through and in, you can see there, tick. Look at that. And that locks in. So you can get this belt absolutely perfect. So if you have a big lunch, you just hit that lever and you can loosen it off. And you are good, because you've given yourself an extra 6 inches. If you have a very light lunch, or you miss your meal that day, you can pull it in. What you can do is you can loosen it off, and this is where it's going to be very good for me, is you can loosen it off, you can put a mole holster onto it, and then tighten it back up so that mole holster sits super nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this belt together. So that's my buckle. This is the belt, which I'm going to show you my handiwork here on cam, because it's one of the few times I've actually done a semi-good job of something. So you can see there, whoop, the belt is there. You know, that's the kind of the backing of the belt, and then we have this extra spine through it, which gives it a lot of rigidity. Now, if I hold it like that, that sags less than what the FRV belt does. Now, the FRV belt is fully pouched up at the moment, but this isn't together yet. What I've also been sent as well is one of these. This is a belt saver. So what this does is this goes on the belt. So if you're going to put something pretty brutal or metal clippy on it like that, it just protects your belt a little bit. So that's very welcomed. Not sure how the holsters are going to hurt it, if at all, but I've got the belt saver there. I've got a belt keeper. So this goes on, and this just stops your loose bit from flapping about, which is always nice. And then we have the belt holder as well. So once the belt is on, what you do is you can kind of put it onto your holder, put this in your wardrobe, click, belt is in there, safe storage, sit it next to your jeans where it belongs. Also in the box is some instructions, and they tell you a little bit on how to size the belt, how to measure the belt. Just says here, add 4 inches, IWB adds 6 inches, so I added 6 anyway. If your pant size is 34, cut the belt at 38. Well, my jean size is actually a 34, 5-ish. I normally wear 36s, so I've kind of cut it at about 40 inches, and it was absolutely perfect at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this bad boy together right now. We're going to move this box out of the way, and we're going to get going. So we're going to turn the jobby job over. Jobby job being the buckle there, that's a technical word in belt manufacturer languages. We're going to just get this Allen key, and we're going to loosen off these screws. Now, I will say that this buckle feels amazing. The finish feels lovely and soft and smooth. And what I probably haven't mentioned yet, which I will probably have to mention somewhere along the point, is that Core Tactical have sent me this belt. I've not paid for this belt. They've sent me the belt and said, can you just do us a review on it? So I've said, yeah, of course. Because who wouldn't want to help someone out? So we're going to put the belt in. Just slide it on in there. So that's all the way up to the end. And you can see there, my cut is probably about enough to keep it level. Oh, I think I did a pretty good job leveling that up. I did use proper shears for once. Turn that over, so that will pinch, and it pushes the belt back that little bit as well. So we're just going to pinch that in, dunk, and then we're going to screw these down. Now you have to be very careful not to thread these screws, because that will be your buckled. I'm sure there's a buckle related joke in there somewhere as well. And you're going to have to wait for me to do these. Now, these screws will go so far down, and then they will get pretty damn tight, and that is because you are pushing against your belt. Now, you do actually want to get these so they're flush, otherwise you're going to have these things digging into you all bloody day long. Now, as some of my high kappa videos go, these only need to be nip tight. You don't need to keep raging on these until they're kind of like, you know, bursting out the front side of it. You just need to do them until they go flush and they are nip tight. You also don't want to take the heads off these screws. Ta-da! Done. Didn't have to dog them down. And there we go. That is my belt put together. Now, I am super excited to wear this. I've already waited about 5 days to do this video, so here we go. Oh yeah. Micro adjustments. That is phenomenal. Now that is a belt and a half. Look at that. Whoop. Should probably back the camera out a little bit for that. So yes, Tactical Power Core. That's what's in there. And my gosh, it feels fantastic. I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm going out this weekend. I am going to be definitely wearing this thing no matter what bloody trousers I wear. So we are going to give it a really good pasting, and we're going to hang some stuff off it. So I'm going to put my belt keeper on now as well. That's just a little piece of stuff which just holds the belt, the floppy bit about, whiz it around here, and then once my belt is on, it will go through. And then when it comes through, you just tuck it through like any other belt. That'll keep it nice for you. There we go. I quite like that. That is the Core Tactical X6 belt. I will put some descriptions just down here somewhere for you, so you can kind of check out Core Tactical. As far as pricing goes, it's not really awful either. I think it's like $60 for this entire setup, so well worth a look in the first instance. And please do hit that sub button, which is going to be around about there, so that you can see my subsequent videos where we look at this video in a bit more depth. We get some more context on the kind of weight it can hold, and also we do a bit of a comparison against the FRV tailoring belt. Thank you very much, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.